The Pyramids of Giza in Egypt are one of the most famous and impressive tourist attractions on Earth. These massive structures are a true representation of the grandeur and engineering ability of ancient Egyptian civilization. They are just giant sand pillars that defy time and tell the story of a civilization thousands of years old. The Giza Pyramid Group includes three of the most famous pyramids in the world: the Pyramid of Khufu, the Pyramid of Khafre, and the Pyramid of Menkaure. It is believed that the construction of these pyramids began in the 23rd century BC, and they took decades to build. They were used as tombs for the pharaohs, who believed that eternal life awaited them in the afterlife. The Pyramid of Khufu is considered the largest and most famous of the pyramids. It is also considered one of the only 7 wonders of the ancient world remaining to this day. It is distinguished by its enormous height and amazing balance, reaching a height of about 138 meters. It was originally covered with polished white limestone, but today it appears in its basic internal form after the external stones were stolen to be used in the construction of other buildings. Next to the Pyramid of Khufu stands the Pyramid of Khafre. It is famous for the beautiful frescoes found inside its tomb, which depict the daily life and religious beliefs of the pharaohs. The Pyramid of Khafre is believed to be the burial place of King Neferkhefer, who ruled Egypt in the second period of the 4th dynasty. As for the Pyramid of Menkaure, it is the smallest of the three. It is believed to have been built for King Menkaure, who ruled in the 3rd period of the 4th dynasty. It is distinguished by its unconventional design, as it appears in a graduated form. It is believed that this design was intended to facilitate the king's ascension to the afterlife. Visiting the Pyramids of Giza is an unforgettable experience. Visitors can explore these wonderful landmarks and learn about the history of ancient Egyptian civilization. Visitors can climb the pyramids and stand at amazing viewpoints to view the surrounding lands. In addition to the main pyramids, there are also a range of other buildings and structures worth exploring, such as the famous lion statues and the Temple of Khafre. Visitors should also remember the importance of preserving this important cultural heritage. Maintenance and preservation efforts of the Giza pyramids are organized to preserve their beauty and historical value for future generations. Visitors have the opportunity to learn about the preservation efforts of these historic places and their essential role in understanding human history. Visiting the Pyramids of Giza is a magical experience that takes visitors on a journey through time to the world of the pharaohs and reveals to them the secrets of ancient Egyptian civilization. It is an unforgettable opportunity to explore the engineering wonders and ancient history of these magnificent landmarks. Scamming tourists at the pyramids in Giza is a problem faced by many visitors who visit this famous tourist attraction in Egypt. The pyramids are among the most prominent archaeological sites in the world, and annually attract millions of tourists from all over the world. Unfortunately, there are some cases in which some visitors are subjected to manipulation and fraud by some illegal individuals. The methods of defrauding tourists in the pyramids depend on making a quick profit by exploiting visitors' ignorance of the site and the laws of the country. Tourists may encounter several types of scams, including 1. Unlicensed tour guide. Some people provide tour guide services without an official license, and manipulate visitors by directing them to specific stores or tourist sites where they receive commissions. Prices may be inflated or incorrect information provided in order to lure tourists and make profits. 2. Souvenir sellers. Tourists may be scammed by some souvenir sellers who place inflated prices on souvenir products. Tourists' lack of knowledge of real prices or the buying and selling power of the area may be exploited to extract excess profits. 3. Entry ticket fraud. Tourists can be subjected to fraud when purchasing entry tickets to the pyramids. Some individuals may sell fake tickets or forge real tickets in order to obtain money illegally. 4. There are some cases of fraud related to riding camels and horses in the area of the pyramids in Giza. When tourists ride camels or horses to explore the area surrounding the pyramids, they may encounter some illegal practices and scams aimed at exploiting them. Examples of fraud when riding camels and horses include 1. Setting unreasonable prices. Riding prices may be set excessively by some camel and horse owners. The reason behind this may be that tourists do not know about reasonable prices or lack a clear understanding about the costs of riding. Tourists should negotiate prices before boarding and make sure to agree on a reasonable price. 2. Directing tourists to long and unnecessary paths. Some camel and horse owners may direct tourists to long and complicated paths to increase the cost of the trip. Distances may be inflated or tourists may be directed to other unnecessary tourist destinations in order to make more money. Tourists must request a specific itinerary and specify in advance the sites they wish to visit. 3. Lack of information about the camel trip. Tourists may end up riding camels or horses without providing sufficient information about the route, destination, and expected time of the trip. In some cases, tourists may be left in areas far from the main tourist points without a convenient means of return or information on how to return to the original point. Tourists are advised to request clear information before riding and ensure they understand the route and conditions. 4. Rejection of payment after the completion of the trip. In some cases, some camel and horse owners may refuse to accept payment after the end of the trip. They try to exploit the situation in order to demand additional amounts or threaten tourists with problems if they do not pay. Tourists must agree on payment and the agreed amount in advance and be sure to keep payment receipts as evidence in case of future disputes. We know that there are some difficulties that you may face during your trip to Egypt, but do not worry. Our primary mission is to facilitate your trip in Egypt, help you spend a special tourist vacation, facilitate your movement within the country, visit all the ancient tourist attractions here, and help you stay away from the fraudsters who fill the country, and first and foremost, they are nothing but people who harm us and the reputation of our country, and we do not belong to them, and we do not wish for their presence in our country. In the end, we would like to tell you that we are working hard and doing everything we can to make you have an unforgettable trip here. We are waiting for you in our country, great traveler. Please contact us on this number via WhatsApp +2010119012335 before you come to Egypt so that we can arrange your trip together, and do not worry about the cost, as our prices are nominal and we do not aim for financial profit in the first place, but we seek to receive guests and stimulate tourism and cultural exchange in our country. We waiting for you, thank you.